welcome, Nona Grace. Welcome, my friend. I'm so glad you're here. This is the first time you've caught my live stream, Nona Grace. Thank you for being here. This is my friend Julie Smith. First time, I think, ever on a YouTube live stream. Is that right, Julie?
That is correct.
Well, I've basically said, Julie, I've known Julie for a very long time through Facebook. And I said, Julie, you need to come over here. Welcome, Esther. Welcome, my friend. Welcome. I said, Julie, you need to come over here. You're too fabulous to be in, just a small pond. You need to come over to the big ocean and swim with the sharks.
That's scary.
Hey, Dory. Welcome, my friend Dory. So, Julie, Steph Love, welcome. You're going to hear me interrupt you constantly, Julie, because that's how we do it over here. Julie has 6 channels, but none yet she's going to start a new one. And then she'll let you all know which of her 6 channels to go to as she starts her channel. So Julie has an amazing Facebook over there, but I want her to be over here with us. And so in the big ocean. And so welcome, Julie, please, everyone. Welcome, Ram Z TV. Welcome. I'll give you a blue wrench. There you go, my friend. And so, Julie, tell a little bit about who you are as I interrupt you constantly to welcome people come in.
Who I am, I don't know. What would you like to talk about? There's so many different facets of every person,
Yep, absolutely. So, what would you like to share? We talked about beating to your own drum. And what I love about you is you beat your own drum. You do your own thing. I do my own thing.
Well, I think, for a long time when I was growing up, I didn't do any of those things because, that's not acceptable. You want to be in, the society in the way that it wants you to be in. And so, I got pregnant. I was kind of a rebel teenager, but then I got pregnant. I got married. I was married for 32 years. I left that marriage 2 years ago. And it was mostly because I didn't even know who I was anymore. So, during that time period, though, I would say the last 6 years of that time period, I had lost a significant amount of weight. And it created a significant problem in my life. I lost 160 pounds in a weight loss contest for money because, who doesn't love money? And won over $1,000 and really was like, I'll go to Vegas. I'll go to a buffet after this whole thing is over, and then I'll eat again and it'll be great. But I found I could cross my legs. Like that was life-changing. Like, oh my God, I can cross my legs. That's so weird. Like I hadn't been able to cross my legs for, I don't know, years. Yes. So once I got to that point, then I was like, I kind of want to change my trajectory in life because I was a nurse. So I started my own business as a mobile fitness professional. So I'd go to people's houses that were shut-ins or that had issues that couldn't get physical therapy. So I was kind of doing nursing too, and also being a personal trainer and helping people out. And I loved it. And in the middle of all that, that's when I went, I don't even know who I am anymore. So I left. And, when I left with nothing. My ex had put a credit card in my name with 50 grand in it. So I paid that off of my 401k. I stayed at my sister's house in a rented room and was tiny rented room and had no idea what I was going to do. I didn't have a clue. And so when I did that, I went, well, people can do whatever they want. I can do whatever I want now. Like I can do whatever. And so I left. And I left and moved to Tahoe. I got a nursing gig up in Tahoe and, knew I needed to get back into bedside. And I did. And it was hard. I worked nights. And then I ended up buying a house in Tahoe. And then I ended up moving up and into a new and different job that I actually work from home. And then, I was doing art for a long time. I'm doing my brother's cover for his book, and started selling art, which I didn't know what the hell to do after that. I was like, oh crap, I don't know anything. I just picked up a brush and I started doing it. And then people are like, oh, how much is that going to be? And I'm like, no, like, I don't know how much that's going to be. Sure, it's going to be $400. And I got $400 for a painting. And I was like, what is going on? I had no clue what to do. And then I got scared because I'm like, I have no idea what I'm doing. And I ended up working at a paint and sip, loving it. And then the pandemic happened. And then the pandemic shut down everything. And I'm like, okay, I have no idea what I'm going to do, but I'm going to make it work. I'm going to make this damn pandemic work for me. So I ended up getting a remote job. And that's what my job is now. I'm a remote nurse that works for 6 different hospitals that are up in Sacramento. And I also work at Whole Foods because I need some socialization because I don't have any. And I don't even know how to say hello anymore. So I work at Whole Foods. I also do fitness stuff on the side and help people lose weight that have significant weight to lose because I was, my 600-pound life, except it was 300, but, and help people to cross their legs. And then I do, art on the side. So I want to do all things.
You are so fascinating, and you have been such an inspiration to me because I watch your Facebook lives, and sometimes I don't comment, but I watch them. And you are just amazing because you've been all over the place trying so many things that other people are afraid to try. You're not afraid to make mistakes, and you're not afraid to share your mistakes. And that takes so much confidence.
Oh, I don't know about confidence. I just don't know what I don't know. So I think it's more that, honestly, because, when I left, I'd never traveled. I'd never done anything. And I thought, I want to travel to 5 different countries in a month. And I did. And it was great. I learned a lot through traveling. And then I learned a lot through, I have got to buy my own house. I mean, me and my ex had a house together, but he did everything. Like, I didn't even know how to pay a bill. We'd been together since I was 12. And so I remember when I left, because he's like, I don't think that you can do the money, even though I had been the one that was, making the money. And so when I left, I told my sister, and she's like, you have to have a positive association with money. So I called it chocolate for about a year. I'm like, positive association, food association, chocolate, and money. So I didn't call it anything but chocolate for a year. Like somebody say, what's your salary? And how, do you need money for that? And I'm like, it's chocolate. That's what we call it in this little realm here. And I have a lot of hangups. So I know in order for me to get through some of those hangups and through some of those difficulties, if I don't jump like a flying Walinda, there is no way I'm going to do it. None.
Do you feel that maybe you are an overachiever rather than an underachiever? You feel like you're an overachiever?
I don't even think like I'm an achiever. I think
you are. I think you are a big time achiever. I think you accomplish so much and are going in so many different positive directions that I don't see other people do.
I think it's because people are scared. I mean, it's a terrifying prospect to do.
You do scary things. I mean, you jump off the cliff.
Yeah, I do. But if I think about it too much, then I'm like, I can't do it. I mean, the scariest thing that this last year has brought has been I sold everything in my house, like everything, like down to the TV, down to everything except my clothes. And then I moved into this house and it's a fixer upper, and so I'm like, okay, how am I going to fix this up? How am I going to travel? And how am I going to do the things that I always want to do?
Yes.
And also make money while I'm doing it. So I'm like, how am I going to do that? I have no idea. I never have any idea.
But you went back to nursing school after you got your divorce or before?
No, I was a nurse before. And then I had left nursing to do personal training, which was not dumb, but like money wise, it wasn't the smartest thing to do. But I had employees. I had a whole team of, in a year and a half, I had 4 employees and we were going to different houses and it was super fun. And I loved every single second of it. But once I left that, I was destitute, and especially
Mhm.
because I was
Mhm.
50 grand in debt, so I had to pay out my 401k a couple years ago and pay off all of the creditors that he had had. And, it was awful. I lived in
Mhm.
my sister's little tiny baby room that I had there. And I was like, how am I going to live? I don't even know how I'm going to live. And,
Mhm.
I think a lot of people are afraid to jump off the cliff. It's not that I'm doing anything different than anybody else could. It's that people are so afraid of what are other people going to think of me?
Mhm.
Are they,
Mhm.
because you get put in a box totally. I'm sure you have like, oh, well, you
Oh,
be a
yeah.
wife and a mother, and these are the boxes that you have.
Mhm.
But there's so much
I've
more to
always thought out of the box, though. I've always lived out of the box.
yeah.
And so I never, even my YouTube channel, I've never done it the way everyone else says to do it the right way. I've always done it my way. And I
Right.
think that's how you live your life. You're following your dreams. You're following your passion, even when your passion doesn't seem to pay very much.
Right. Well, and it doesn't, uh, this is, my word for the year is consistency, because a lot of the time I'm not very consistent,
Mm-hmm.
with some of my dreams and my plans, because I have so much going on in my head. But this is the year of consistency for me, because I want to, build my own business. I want to have a success, and I want to have a lot of fulfillment personally. So for me, those are all tied together. And if you don't take big chances, how are you going to know that it works?
Right, right.
You just
You
don't.
learn through your mistakes and
Yeah.
you move on. You try to avoid your mistakes, but
Right.
you also learn.
Yeah. You learn. Yeah, it's painful. It's not like, oh, I just totally screwed that up and I feel so crappy. But then you go, oh, okay, that didn't work. Now you got to try
Mhm.
something else, because we're not going to be on this earth for very long.
Mm-mm.
Like
No,
we
we're
just
all
don't have a
standing
lot
in
of time.
line. We're
Yeah.
all standing in line waiting. We all have a ticket, and I'm telling you, and as a nurse, and I was a nurse too, Julie. I don't know if you knew that for
Yeah,
many
I
years.
did.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I worked in LA at Cedars Sinai.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I did. I was on the VIP floor for like 7 years,
Oh,
and I met everybody.
yeah.
It was a crazy part of my life in my 20s, but that's a whole nother life. And but what I love about you is that you are stepping out, because, like you said, at the end of this time, all we're going to have is our memories, and everything else goes in a box, and someone else gets it.
Absolutely. You are absolutely correct. So,
Mhm.
the things that I want to be successful at are not necessarily the things that are for me, if that makes any sense. So,
Mhm. Mhm.
fixing up the house is not for me, really. I mean, I want to enjoy it, but it's for my kids.
Yeah.
It's to leave behind something that's going to be meaningful for them. And,
Yes.
not only that, but like I want the memories that I have to be passed on, because I'm gonna
Mhm.
be dead and gone in a box at some point. I want to go out in the way that I want to go out. Like,
Mhm.
not just,
Mhm.
oh, I've lost weight, but people say I shouldn't be like this, and oh, maybe I should do. And those fears are always there. Whatever
Mhm.
that
Mhm.
big box is that you're putting yourself in, those fears are always there, but it doesn't serve me. Those fears really don't serve me. So even though I'm scared, I go, shit, I got to do this anyway. Uh, you
That's
know?
okay. That's okay. We might get a strike. I don't know, but that's
Yeah.
okay.
So that's kind of, that's that's what I think most people should do, only because they should be true to themselves.
Right. And you are true to yourself, and you're out there, and you have all of this energy and motivation. And, like I said, I think at the end of our lives, we're going to look back at our memories, not at what we've accumulated.
Yeah.
And, just like, right now we are doing family adventure. We remodeled our beach house so that we are creating an adventure that my family can enjoy
Yeah.
ongoing. And so it's not just our adventure.
Right.
We watch these adventure channels. Welcome, Jabhar. Welcome, welcome. Julie, can you see the chat box? Because a lot of
I
people have complimented
can't.
you. Can you see it?
Uh-uh.
Okay, go to your right-hand side of your screen and click on comments.
Okay, hold on.
Comments. Comments, so you can see it.
Okay.
There's
I'm
all kinds of
looking
comments
at
there.
comments. I don't know how to do any of this crap.
Okay, Julie is just learning. We're pulling her over. Carla and Friends is here, my friend Carla and Friends. And um, Julie is just learning how to use all of this because she's coming over and pulling her over to YouTube, to the big ocean of YouTube. And so this is her first big debut on YouTube because she's been on Facebook every day, live streaming for years. So this is all new to her. And so Julie, I recommend, let's see, Carla would know because Carla and Friends is here too. Let's see, comments. Can you see comments over to your right side?
I can.
Can you double click on it?
On comments? Let me see.
Yeah.
Okay, wait. Okay. Yes.
Did it come up? Can you see it?
Came up. I saw comments.
Okay, there. Carla says she will help you. Carla, if you want to come up, I will drop the link in there, and you are very, very welcome to come up. I'm going to put the link in there, Carla. Mm-hmm. So if you want to come up and say hello, it's here. Okay, there we go. So Julie, where do you want to be in 5 years from now?
Oh, in 5 years from now, I have no clue. But let me. So I want to travel to the places that I want to travel to. I want to make big impacts on people. I think that's the most thing that I want to. That's the thing that I want to leave behind the most. Is I want people to know that it's not outside the norm for them to do the same things, like for them to do something that's, kind of different and things that they want, not things that, that other people want. Cause we all have that kind of, oh, somebody might not like this. My mom might not like this. My sister, my friends, I can't tell them that I want to do this stuff because it might hurt their feelings. They're not living your life.
Yes.
They're not living your life. And so I think that's the problem is we kind of tend to go, oh, that's a great pipe dream. If you have hard work and you decide that you want to do it, anyone can do whatever the hell they want to do.
Yep. Julie, this is Carla.
Hi, Carla.
Julie, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Oh,
Carla has a big channel. Carla has a big channel. It's a very, very busy channel. Julie, you do want to connect with Carla and Friends. And she will bring you, I'm sure, will bring you up on her panel with you. And that way, once you've got your channel squared away, it will be a great place to grow.
We do. I do drop links.
Okay.
And I do have we do a variety of subjects. Like today we were talking about chronic diseases.
Okay.
But tomorrow we could be talking about silly people on YouTube. You know what I mean? Like it's always different. And I go on in the morning and it's just mostly coffee talk. It's like if you go for coffee with your girlfriends, you don't ever know what you're talking about. I never have a plan. Oh, very seldom do I have a plan. So that it just happened today that I had someone on my panel that suffers with osteoporosis and ankylosing spondylitis. Mm-hmm. And so she was talking about some of her chronic pains and diseases. So that's what the chat talks about. And I was surprised to find out how many people do suffer from chronic illnesses.
Lots.
In the chat.
Yeah.
So never know what I'm going to talk about ever.
That's awesome.
From day to day.
That's great. I will check it out. I would love to.
So what kind of channel will you be doing?
A channel.
I heard that
I am going to be doing a channel. And that's
I heard Diana say you already go live on Facebook.
I have gone live on Facebook. I came back because after the pandemic, it's humbling to, the pandemic kind of shut down everything. I gained weight. I felt crappy. Mm-hmm. I didn't want to go on live. I mean, I wanted to hide. Let's be honest, the DoorDash guy was my best friend. Like when you're on a first name basis and you're like, Rich, how are you? How's the kids? How's the family? Did you give me something good in there? Did I get something extra?
That's kind of how I feel about YouTube. It's like I was so isolated for so long. Yeah. It's like these people on YouTube have become like my family. I know you know, I know all about, especially the ones that come into my lives in the morning. I know all about their lives. They talk about their families, you know, they come in, and if they're sick one day or their dog passes away, I know about it, because you get to know these people on a,
Right.
you know,
You
one-on-one
do. You
basis.
do. It's not good to know your DoorDasher, though.
I
It's
don't
not
know
a good
about the real life
relationship. It's
part
kind of
of
a
it,
destructive one right there. So, oh, you can hear my phone. Sorry.
That's okay.
It's,
You know, when you do live streaming here, you end up, you know, answer phone calls. My son just called, so I called him back. You do all kinds of stuff. You go to the bathroom. When you do a couple-hour live stream, you go to the bathroom.
my God.
yeah, it's like being on a Zoom call when you don't wear pants. You're like, you stand up and you go, oh, which, by the way, I have to do a Zoom call at 10, but I'm wearing pants this time. I have to tell you, I am wearing pants. So,
oh, good, Julie. Good.
Where are you, Julie, in the country?
I'm in South Lake Tahoe.
Oh, so you're in the western part of the country. Okay.
I am. Yeah, I'm in.
Okay,
California.
so we're on Eastern. So you must be 3 hours. 3 hours.
So this
behind.
is 10 o'clock for me.
Right, and it's almost 1 o'clock here.
Yeah. So I've got this real. Yeah, I got the time difference thing.
So, Julie, when do you want to start coming over to YouTube? When are you going to actually make the leap from doing just strictly Facebook and come on over to YouTube with Carla, me, and so many others?
I'll probably do it this weekend because I actually have a day off. It'll be weird because I work about 80 hours a week.
Well, I'll tell you what, when I first came on YouTube, I only did short little, like probably 10-minute videos, just kind of vlogging. Yeah. And then I transitioned over to live streaming. And I'll tell you what, the first live stream I ever had, I was scared to death.
Really?
I didn't know I didn't know what to talk about.
Yeah.
I just didn't think anybody would be interested in listening to me talk. But you'd be surprised. Actually, when people start coming in and start talking to you, just talk to them like you would be talking to anybody, and it gets easier and easier. But the very first time I did it, I'm telling you. So if you get scared, don't feel like you're alone, because I was scared to death.
Really?
Live stream. Oh gosh, yeah.
Well, I'm sure that I'll probably be banned a lot. as Diana knows, you know, I kind of have some colorful language, so I have to cut that out.
YouTube is good for giving us strikes.
Yeah, that's what I hear.
And
it was so good to meet you, Carla and Diana. I had so much fun.
It was really nice to meet you. And if you need any help on YouTube, and if you ever up that early, because I go on quite early, like 8 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, girl,
if
I'm
you're ever
up
that early and I'm still on, just pop in and remind me where I met you, because sometimes there's a lot of people coming in and like tag me in a comment, and I will either bring you up on panel or introduce you to everybody, because I have a lot of people that come in. So
that sounds awesome. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Julie. No, thank you so much. I appreciate you coming. We will talk soon again, and I hope you make the leap real soon.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Okay, Julie.
Thank you.
Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.
Hey, Carla. So, Julie,
Diana, I haven't been in here for a couple days. Okay, I'm still not getting my notifications.
I know,
so,
and
but it's not everybody. I get notifications only from certain people, and to be honest with you, I'm getting notifications from people I'm not even sub to anymore.
Right.
Because I went through all my subscriptions. I went on my computer, and there's people that sub to you and then unsub you. And I'm getting rid of people that sub to me and then unsub me, because what's the point of having someone or being subbed to someone that's not even going to sub to you? So their notifications aren't going to come up, you know? So I'm not going to support a channel that doesn't support me.
Well, Carla, did you check to see if you're still connected to me? Because this is what's happening. And I don't know if you know, a lot of, I had someone up here about a week ago and they kind of explained it away, but that's not what it was. Basically what happens is they don't remove our new friends, they take away our old friends. So what's happening is I have to go in every other day and resubscribe to you. I have to resubscribe to you, and I have to resubscribe to Brenda, and I have to resubscribe to Norgus, and I have to resubscribe to Gina. These are all channels I go to. And so YouTube is actually the ones removing us. And then
that's rude.
Yeah.
That's rude of them.
Can you imagine? They're not. Everyone thinks it's our new friends that are being taken away. But for the most part, it's not the new people. You're keeping your new friends. You're losing your old friends. So like yesterday, I grew about 120, but I came out this morning with 20.
Oh, really?
So I grow.
But you continually grow. And I don't grow. I kind of stay the same. I don't grow. I'll grow by it's and bits, like 2 or 3 maybe, and then I'll go down like 3 or 4. But you grow in hundreds. Like I don't grow.
I grow without even doing anything. If I leave the computer for the day, I will grow about 100. But the problem is that by the next day, about 80 of those are taken away. If it's 100, like I used to grow at 250. That was when I was actually going on panels and going to live streams all the time. But the way it's worked, I'm almost at 14K minus a few. So, so I've grown pretty quickly, but they put the brakes on me when I was in the 1200s or 12,000s. They put the brakes. They felt as a non-celebrity, I was growing too fast. And I was up to 26K and didn't know it.
Yeah, that's what you said.
Yeah. And so the thing about it is that, they get to decide. So I never know. I'm probably.
You know what? I am happy with my subscribers because on the most part, I'll get an average of 40, 50, 60, sometimes 90 people in my stream.
You get a tremendous amount.
Yeah, and a lot of them talk. So I'm not unhappy with the way I'm growing. It's just, because a lot of them come in. Like I have a lot of people that come in and connect with each other and so I'm not unhappy with. I just don't know like how people grow so fast. I mean, it just doesn't happen for me, and that's okay because I have a few other of my friends that are growing exactly the same way.
Yes, you have genuine organic friends. Yeah. And, my issue is, I have almost 3,800 videos that are open to the public. Now I have more than that, but, they're in the queue. So, but I have almost 3,800 up. So all of those 3,800 are pulling people in without me doing anything. Because, I went back and I tagged a lot of them. I went back and titled. So without doing anything. But the problem is they take people away. And I don't know why, but and unfortunately, it's my old friends. It's my, organic friends that they're taking away. So I keep the new friends. I don't keep the old friends. And, that's why it's probably good for you to go back and check because I kind of figured they might have taken me away from you.
Well, I did go and check in my YouTube studio, and a lot of the people that I was subbed to were no longer subbed to me. And I'm like, wow, why is that? And is it YouTube doing this or are they just doing it? I don't know. I just don't know.
Carla, I would err on the side that YouTube is doing it, and I wouldn't look at it as that they did it, because even like over on Facebook, if one time I unfriended somebody on purpose because I thought that they didn't want to be on my page. This is way years ago, like 10 years ago. And what I discovered is when you get into the high numbers over on Facebook, you don't see everybody. They take away people. And so you don't see those people. You have to actually go to their page. My public page has about 11,000. It actually was growing. Then they put in place over there that you had to pay Facebook to promote you. So they no longer promoted you for free. So then they put the next thing in that if people did not click follow first, They would never see your postings again. And so what happened is I went from 11,000. Oh my gosh, I was having so many comments per day. I could not keep up, to just nothing, to a trickle. And it happened when they made that change. And there was no way that I could let all those people know that you had to go back and click follow first, because they weren't seeing my posts. And so, so that's why I don't do a whole lot over on Facebook anymore.
Have you ever done a Facebook Live? Like,
oh, I did them for years. I did them every day for years.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, for years. And then I decided, you know what? I'm going to go into the big ocean of YouTube. And I came over because I had a channel here for 11 years.
We're the small peons in a big ocean.
We're just small.
Because even your channel is considered small on YouTube.
Absolutely.
Like, my channel is like a blip, you know, compared to some of these other channels.
Until you get to 1 million subscribers, you're considered a small channel, you know, and so I'm not, you know, I don't know if I'll ever be there. I'm not even concerned about it. I'm just here and I'm enjoying my journey. You know, I'm just enjoying.
You're doing well. I mean, for someone that's only been on for a year. We've been on the same amount of time, and I'm only at 2,000. So, you know, you're doing really well. I'm happy with what I have because of the people that come in, and I do have an average of 30. I say 30 people every day. So
today you had more than that, because I was in your stream and you had, I think, close to 50.
Yeah, and sometimes I'll have over 100. It just depends on what we're talking about that day. Some people come and go, and some people stay. So it's fine with me. I'm happy with what I have. So you have to be happy with what you have.
Absolutely, because this is a journey. It's not a destination. Because I know people who, you know, are in the millions, and they're still striving to get to that next level. So you never quit. You never quit wanting to reach higher. So you need to be content and happy where you're at while you're reaching higher. And, you know, periodically we get knocked down. You know, we got knocked down. What was it, 6 months ago, where we all got knocked down? Yeah. And I mean, I lost 1,000. I
lost 100. And for to lose 100 subscribers, I have to catch up on little rubies. Well, they're all up. That's one thing I don't do, is delete, because I know some people will put up a live stream and then delete it. All my live streams are up. And some are more interesting than others. Some are just coffee talk. We just talk about basically nothing. But I can't remember where I was going with that. My mind just went. Oh yeah, I was going to say maybe we should remind people how they should subscribe to a channel, because there is a way to do it that your subscription will stay, and that is to go and watch a video and see if you actually want to subscribe to that channel. If you don't, and I'm talking about myself too, my feelings are not going to be hurt if you go to my channel and look at the content and say, well, that's just not for me, because, you know, I sleep in the morning. I don't want to go there. And that's fine too. But if you do want to sub to, leave a little comment, just leave me a little comment, or leave Diana a little comment, so that we know to go back and sub to your channel, or go check out your channel and see what you're all about. Yes. Because without that, we don't know. It doesn't give us a big notification saying, say, Steph Love just subscribe to your channel. No, it doesn't. It'll show the number, but it won't show me who subscribe to my channel.
Once you pass 1,000, it no longer shows you. Up until you're at 1,000, it will show you who connected to your channel. After 1,000, you have no idea. When you get past 10,000, you don't even know the exact numbers. It doesn't show the exact numbers.
Yeah.
And but I think the thing is, what helped me grow really fast was I do such a wide variety of topics. I'm all over the board. I do about 5 different topics a day. Like last night, I did one called sadness, when you're feeling sad. But right after that, I backed it up with one about accelerate your happiness. And so I'm all over the board with it. I talk about toxic relationships. I talk about, eating junk food and stop eating junk food. It's like, you can't pin me down to one subject because I talk about everything, from my perspective. And I think that is what pulled a lot of people in, was my versatility.
Right. And plus a lot of your vlogging is inspirational. And that whenever I mention you and, try to get people to connect to you, that's what I say. Your inspirational
Yes.
Vlogs are like the best. Because here's what I've been told. People on YouTube have a short attention span.
They do.
And the average time that a person will watch a video start to finish is 7 minutes.
Yep.
7 to 10 minutes.
Yep.
Other than that, if you make it 20 minutes or 25 minutes, they're not going to watch the whole thing. The same with my live streams. When they're 2 hours, I know people aren't in there for the whole 2 hours. They're in there for a bit. They talk for a bit. I'm okay with that. Yep. Because I know that, there's other streams going on and people are going here and going there. And that's fine with me. But the average attention span of someone watching a video on YouTube, they say, is 7 to 10 minutes.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Carla, where I learned, I have, first of all, wisdom has been part of my life since I was 6 years old. I wrote down wisdom notes when I was 6 years old. But the thing is, I've studied also under some of the best wisdom teachers ever. And I have one wisdom teacher that I no longer go to regularly, but I am very grateful and thankful to him for his mentoring throughout many, many, many years. Now, the problem with him is that you have to sit there for 3 hours on a live stream to get 5 minutes worth of, or maybe 10 minutes worth of really good wisdom. So when I came up here a year ago, I said, you know what? I'm going to give concentrated wisdom. I'm going to give wisdom in 5 minutes. So that meant that you didn't have to sit here listening to me talk about stuff. We could get right to the core of the subject. And that is that's what makes my channel different than most channels, is that I get right to the point within my videos.
And I always watch your videos start to finish. And I can't say that about everybody's videos. If they're too long, it's, hi, Joey. It's hard to watch 20 minutes, especially, and you've got to understand, we have things that we do in our real lives during the day. We don't spend, that's why I go on so early in the morning, because I have I do things during the day. And so when I'm done at, say, 9 and 10 and 10:30 or 10:30 in the morning, I have the rest of the day to do it. So I don't have time to go on YouTube all day long. I know some people do, and some people have replaced YouTube with their real life, and I haven't yet. So,
well, YouTube is a real life, but it's a virtual life, and we have to. Put your in-person life before your YouTube life, and it's easy to begin to live your life through YouTube. And so I'm very, very careful. I give a certain amount of time. I know some people are on 4 and 5 and 6 hour streams. I'm lucky to be on an hour. Sometimes I'm on 2 hours, but that's really pushing it for me, because normally I have such a busy life. And, but I love being on YouTube. I've met so many amazing people, and the people that I've met on YouTube have become my real friends. And so, but you want to make sure that you're balanced. There's balance there.
Nana Grace says, I like 5 minutes or less so I can catch up on all the people that follow me.
Yes. Nona Grace has a wonderful channel, by the way. Carla, if you're not connected to Nona Grace, do connect with Nona Grace. She is kind of a grandma channel like me. And I think you will really, really like Nona Grace very much. And one day, Nona Grace, I need to have you up here on panel with us. and I would love to have you up on panel with us. Okay. And, but yeah, I think, Carla, the most important thing that we can do is enjoy our journey, both in person and on our YouTube life. That's number one. I will be 64 in less than a month. And so at almost 64, how do I want to live the rest of my life? Well, I'm going to live it my way. I'm going to beat to my own drum. I'm going to do things my way, and which I've always done, but I'm going to do things my way, and I'm going to enjoy it. I'm not going to rush it. I'm not going to rush from one thing to the other. If I don't have time that day for something, I just don't have time for it.
Oh, can I drop my link? Let me see. Hang on.
Absolutely.
I always forget. I'm so bad. People ask me to drop my membership link because I have a membership on my channel. And people have to ask me all the time because I forget. I'm so bad for that.
Yes.
I'm really bad for that. Yeah.
Yes. And
I think that's my channel. Thank you.
Did you put it in there? Oh, good.
Because I'm really bad, because when I talk in the morning, I'm not thinking about memberships. And actually, I had 2 new members join today. But I'm not thinking about memberships and money and stuff like that because I'm not doing it for the money or the accolades or whatever. I'm doing it because I really do enjoy the people that come in my live stream. And on the most part, I'm going to say 99%. You'll come in my channel and they'll be very friendly to you. Everybody will be. So
absolutely. Now, you used to get quite a few trolls. You don't get trolls.
I did.
And you don't get them. And I did too.
That's when I would have like 150 and 200 people in my chat. And you don't want that because you know what? When you get that many people in your chat, you need a lot of moderators because there's like trolls that come in, and I got porned once. That was a horrible experience.
Yep.
So I've run the gamut on YouTube. I'm not saying I'm an expert because there's still things to learn, but on the most part, I enjoy it. Like today was, hey, Top Top.
Hey, Top Top.
She's from my channel.
Yep. And Carla, I think that the thing is with, I've got one of these trolls right now that every video I put up, they immediately come over and give me a thumbs down. And I think I know who it is because I blocked them so they can't comment. And ever since I blocked them, they've been doing that. But everything.
I have hidden my thumbs up and thumbs down. And not because I can still see them. I can go in my studio and still see them. But just to take the satisfaction away from the people that were going in. Because before I would go live in the morning, I would have 10 thumbs down. And I'm like, why are people giving me a thumbs down before I've even gone live or even done a video? Yeah. And they would just do it to irk you. So I would just say
all 5 of my channels. They do it. What they do is they go to each of the channels because I have 5 channels. Anyone that's not connected to all 5 channels, links are pinned at the top of the comments.
You know what? I try to do that on your link thing, and it never goes to your channels.
I wonder why.
It doesn't. It only goes to your 13,000 one. It doesn't go to all your other channels.
I wonder why it does that.
I think you have to put them separately. I do, because I have tried to, or put it in your description, all your different channels, all the different links, because I've tried to do that. I thought I was sub to all your channels, but I don't think I am. I'm some definitely to your grandma adventure one, and this one, of course, but the other 3, I don't think I've ever seen them because they don't come up on my.
Thank you for letting me know that because I will go back and I will put it in the description box.
I have clicked on it several times and the only channel that comes up is this one. So you might want to do it separately, do all the links separately. I don't know. I'm not like I said, I'm not an expert, but that's
I'm glad you told me that because I had no idea. And so that's good to know. I will do that real soon. I will go back and I will add that to the description box so that I don't have that happen because I think probably that's why people are not able to click on it, you know.
Because and I've seen that on other channels too, because if they want people to go to certain channels, they separately post the link in their description. So you might want to do that with all 5 of your channels. You can even edit this video, this here, so people know, and go into your description and post all the separate links to your
Do you know that, Carla, that what they do though, this one person goes to the same video and they go to each of the channels and they give me a thumbs down. And I pretty much know who it is, but you know, once you block them, then they still can give you thumbs down.
But you know what? Thumbs down is not a bad thing. It's a view. And so they're giving you a thumbs down thinking that it's a bad thing, and it's not, because it's a view. They're giving you a view without even knowing it. They're giving you a thumbs down, which is not, it's not nice. Let's say it's not nice. Thumbs up is better, but they're still giving you a view. So if you're listening, troll, you're still giving her a view, and you're giving, it's going in the algorithm as a view. So you're helping her.
They're just mad. They can't.
Hey, Jackpot. There's another one. I love.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let me give you a blue wrench there.
I love these people. And you know what's so cool is I see my people coming in here, and I'm so proud of them. I'm so proud of them.
Yeah. You have amazing people, and you have extremely supportive people, and you have a community. And you know, one of the things I love about your channel and like the RV channels, they've got a very specific community, and they're extremely supportive. My channel is like all over the world. You know, I have everybody. I have RV channels, I have old lady channels, I have gaming channels, I have, you know, all kinds of channels. So mine is a community, but it's kind of a very mixed community. You know what I'm saying? So not everybody wants grandma's wisdom. So, you know, but they come in here to grow. That's, you know, so people.
Top Pop says she gets notifications from all of your channels. And see, I have not been able to get to the other 3 channels. I only have 2. So I don't know why that is, but whenever I click on it, I only get the 2. So
yes, Jackpot says you both have wonderful community.
Oh, thank you, Jackpot.
Thank you.
You know, I always thought Jackpot was a male, and it's not. His parents used to, or her parents used to go to the casino a lot, and then they got a puppy, and that was their Jackpot.
Oh my God.
So she is a female. Wow. Isn't that cute?
Yeah.
I remember things people say. I remember.
You know, one of the things I would do over, Carla, if I had this whole thing to do over, I would not have put up my own name. I would have put up, you know, like Grandma Diana or something like that, because once you know, there's no way to go back now, because I tried to go back and it lets you, but everything else changes, and I don't want to do that.
Oh, I've changed my name like 5 times.
Yeah.
It's Carla and Friends, Carla and Crew, Carla and Coffee, Carla with Coffee with Carla. I mean, my first name is Carla for sure, and that's my first name. But yeah, I've changed my name several times because people will say to me,
"I like this channel name the best because Carla and Friends." Carla and Crew sort of sounds like you've got someone working for you.
That was my Carla and Friends was my original, and I went back to my original because that was my original. So yeah.
Now the problem also with having your name.
I enjoy my people, and when they come in here, I'm really so proud that they come in here.
Yes,
I'm so proud of you guys, Top Cop and Jackpot, and they're wonderful people. You will not meet nicer people than you will in my chat.
Absolutely,
they're very supportive and kind and good,
and they're very protective too. They're also very.
Oh, they are. And yeah, I'm really proud of the people that come in my chat.
Yeah, your channel is so embracing, and when people come in, you always welcome them. You always, tell them hello, and everybody is really friendly in the chat, unless you get a troll, and then you get rid of them.
Oh, God, yeah. Please don't remind me about the trolls. They're so nasty sometimes. If I get a nasty troll, they're a real nasty troll. Like they'll be really, really nasty. So yeah. But my mods are so great in my channel. They'll just delete them right away. They don't even ask. I've told my mods, just delete them. Don't even ask questions. Don't acknowledge them. And I won't either, because I've learned now to read text before you say it out loud, because especially when a troll comes in, because you'll read it out loud and they'll get satisfaction, because that's what they want. They want you to read it out loud.
Right.
Because it gives them
Now, the other day, Jackpot says her name is really Robin, so we'll have to remember that.
Oh, okay, Robin. I'll remember that, actually. I will remember that. I have a friend that's Robin. So.
And I think that when a troll comes in, this is the thing. Sometimes I had a troll the other day that came in with a very derogatory picture, and I didn't catch it at first, and then I took a double check, and I said, uh-oh, and I just immediately blocked them. They didn't say anything wrong, but I immediately blocked them. And so, trolls come in many different forms.
Oh, they do. They do. They definitely do. And sometimes they get a thrill out of just being nasty. Like, I don't understand. I've never understood that. I really haven't. I don't understand people wanting to be nasty and mean-spirited just because they're behind a keyboard. That's what I call a keyboard warrior. They just go to make your life miserable. And why? Mm-hmm. I hurt nobody. Mm-hmm. And I've learned too to be more forgiving too. I had because I went into my block list this morning, and I found out that I had a lot of people blocked, and I unblocked those people. And the reason I did was because, in case you didn't know, somebody can block people, like a moderator can block people on your channel without you even knowing. You can go in, and that's what I did. I went into my settings and found out that a lot of people were blocked. And the only people I want really blocked are nasty people. I don't need them. I don't want them. So I went in there and I unblocked a lot of people. I bet you I unblocked 10 people.
Well, let me ask you, Carla, can they block people that are not in the live stream? So, for example, let's say I have a video, I put a video out and someone comments. Can they go in there and block them?
In your comment section, they can.
Ah, see, I didn't know that.
Yeah. And I had a situation where 200 people were blocked on my channel. I had a rogue, they call it a rogue mod. And they were all texting each other. Why can't I type in the chat? They thought I blocked them all. I'm like, I had to go into my settings and unblock everybody, including the trolls, because these people were just blocking. And they thought it was really funny. They were going in my past lives and blocking people that were regular. They couldn't block the other moderators, but they could block like the regular people that came in, and that's what they did. So it was, like I said, I've been through a lot of stuff on here. So, I'm only modding people that I really trust, to know that they're not going to play. Hi, Heart of Zany. People that I just trust and that I know are not going to play games on here, because it's not, to me, it's not a game. To me, it's like what I do on here.
Yes.
So it's not fun and games. So don't play. You can play with your own channel, don't play with mine.
Well, we have to remember that trolls are, first of all, unhappy people, because happy people don't troll. Second of all, they're usually people that have been mistreated somewhere in their life, and so now they're mistreating others. So abusers have been abused somewhere along the way most of the time. That doesn't mean that we accept that or justify it. It's just kind of giving understanding why people are often abusers or trolls, because somewhere along the line, someone diminished them to the point that the only way that they can feel a sense of momentary happiness is by making someone else put down. But what they realize, it's very fleeting happiness. It lasts for a few seconds and then they have to move on and do it again. So, you know, they're so much better off to be nice and then they'll feel good about themselves. But trolls don't know that. They haven't learned that yet.
Yeah, it's sad, really. If that's the thrill that you get out of being on YouTube, because I'll tell you what, YouTube is a huge place there, and I have so many. I have so many interests on YouTube. I love the tiny house community. I love the RV community. Rolling Homestead, another channel that's fantastic. If you guys haven't connected with him,
Rolling Homestead is wonderful.
Rolling Homestead, fantastic guy. Very, very educated about YouTube. Knows so much about YouTube. He's got about 5,000 subs, or 5,000 plus subs.
He has a great community too. A great community.
A very good community. Him too. Like, his community is the homesteading community, and he's very, very. He has very supportive people. And you know, I was getting bullied on YouTube, and the first time he ever came in my live, he was like my hero, because he came in there because he saw me getting bullied, and he didn't like it. He didn't like what he was seeing, so he came in my channels. And it seems like whenever I get bullied, he always shows up. So I always call him my hero, because he's such a nice guy. He's such a good guy. So if you guys aren't subbed to him, I mean, I know it's not my place to put his link in here, but he is.
Oh, you can do that. I'm sure he'd appreciate that. And you know, Carla, some of these channels are so good. You know, one of the ones we love to watch, my husband and I, we watch several RV channels, but one of the ones that we love, they were, how we connected with them was they were doing they were on an RV trip, but they actually travel all over the world and take trips. They're a young couple in their 30s named Tim and Finn. Tim and Finn. You will love their channel. It's full of energy. And another one is called Don't Give Up Your Daydream. And that they're an RV channel of a family that's RVing around. I mean, we love, you know, the RV community is a great community to be connected into, because they're very supportive of each other.
Yeah, and a lot of times they'll do very, very seldom will they do live streaming, but when they do, they're very personable, and they have their own community, because the RV community is like a community in and of itself, and I love them. Yes, he is.
They're very supportive of each other. They're very, very supportive, and so is the homesteading community. They're very supportive, and I think it's important to have your niche or whatever you want to call it, so that you can grow through that niche.
Well, even though I'm not connected to the, you know, I was never connected to the homesteading community. When Roland came on my channel, he was so supportive and so good with me, and I'm like so grateful to him. So if you guys get a chance, I just posted his link in the chat. Sub up to him, because he's fantastic and very, very, very smart about YouTube. He knows a lot of stuff about YouTube.
He was up on my stream the other night, but you know what? I'm not sure. I haven't been getting his notifications, and I'm thinking maybe I got to unsub to him. So maybe I need to go back, because it's really weird. I mean, people that, you know, and this is the problem about when you have your real name up here. Sometimes people can't remember it, and they go, oh, I loved her channel, but what was her name? You know, and then that's why I created the other channels, because they're much easier to remember. You know, like Grandma's Adventures with DIANNA, BRIANNE, FAIRCHILD. You know, you type Grandma's Adventures in, you'll come up with me. And but with DIANNA, BRIANNE, FAIRCHILD, if you've not seen me for a year and they've unconnected you, it's hard to remember my name.
Not for me.
But for most people, I think. So like Carla and Friends, that's easy to remember. That's very easy to remember. Or the Heart of Zany, or,
Zany, Heart of Zany.
Or Chop Cop, or, Steffi Love, or those are easy names to remember. But when you start putting your own name out there, sometimes that can be.
Oh, there's some inventive names. I had one that came in my chat, and it's one of my all-time favorite names for YouTube. Reese without her spoon. I love
it. I love it. I
mean, it's like so many people are very, very inventive on here with their names.
Wow. Wow.
But yeah, Reese without her spoon. That was one of my very favorite names on YouTube. But Diana, I have to get going. I have to go to the store and get some stuff done.
Well, I want to tell you something before you go to the store, Carla. If you want to try, there are some, I know you're not vegan, but there's some really great vegan. I found a fantastic vegan burger. I do only the Impossible meat. I don't like some of the others.
Right.
I do Impossible meat. If you can come across Impossible vegan meat, that hamburger patties, they're wonderful. But I found one the other night, and I don't know the name of it. I've got to go back and look. But oh my gosh, it was.
There's one called Incognito.
Okay.
MEAT.
Yes.
Oh. And it's from Gardein, I think it is, Gardein. And that's plant-based. And there's another one, I think it's Boko or something like that. And that's plant-based too. And they are, honestly, when I tell you it tastes just like meat, if I made you a burger and gave it to you with all the bells and whistles on it, you would not know that's not hamburger meat. It tastes,
absolutely.
It's got the same consistency, but it's all plant-based.
Absolutely. Plant-based. I love it. I love it. And, I'm completely vegan, minus when we go out, I may have something that's not vegan, but I absolutely love, I'm very happy being vegan because, I just think it's a much healthier lifestyle. Oops. My son's home. Yep.
Hi, Jamie.
He's home. Anyhow, but thank you, Carla. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me up. And thank you, everybody in the chat that connected to me. Please leave a little comment in my under my video so I can connect back to you. I know supposedly you're not supposed to say connect or sub or whatever. I don't understand that because I don't see the problem with saying. I don't know why they have that rule, but I will definitely check out your channel and go there and sub to you. So you guys have a great day. I'd say it anyways. I say it all the time.
Thank you, Carla. Well, we love you, everyone. Carla and friends. If you're not connected
to Carla, guys. Thank you.
And make sure you drop your link time, Carla. Thank you,
Carla. Thank you, Diana. Love you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
That is Carla and Friends. So any of you that is not connected to Carla and Friends, connect with her. You're going to love her channel. She comes on earlier in the morning, usually about 8:30, maybe sometimes 7:30 Eastern Standard Time. I don't come on that early. I don't usually come on until my normal time is like 1, 2-ish in the afternoon, and then maybe 9 or 10 at night. So I'm trying to get back to a regular basis. Because I am so busy. I was on twice a day. I'm still trying to do twice a day, which is usually about 9 o'clock at night, but not always. It just depends on what my husband and I are doing, what my family and I are doing, all of that. But, like today, I went out and did my 5-mile run, and then I came here as a sweaty mess and came on, and, because I do work out. My fitness is number one. I make sure that my fitness is before YouTube, and then I come on. And, at 60, almost 64 years old, I'm very focused on what I eat. I'm very obsessed with it in a good, healthy way, because I realize that food can be our medicine or it can harm us. And people have been so accustomed to such unhealthy foods for so long, they think it's healthy. And so the only processed food that I eat are vegan, meats, because I do get a craving for a meat. And so because I don't want to eat regular meat, I will go to the vegan meat patties or whatever. And usually those are pretty healthy overall. And that's the only processed food that I eat normally. And I drink a lot of water. I juice every day. I run my 5 miles. I did a 3-hour workout yesterday. So I'm taking it a little bit easier today, minus my 5-mile run. And so I have an extra phone that I'm going to take. And believe it or not, my extra phone is a flip phone. Long story short, I used to keep a flip phone for one of my kids if they were playing on the internet too much. And I would take away their other phone and give them a flip phone. And so now no one's using the flip phone. So I'm taking it today to the store, and I'm having them give me another regular phone, you know, with all the bells and whistles. And so I'm going to do that today. And then normally when you get one of those phones, you have to reprogram it and put all your, you know, stuff in there and all that. So I'll have 2 phones there. But yeah, you know, welcome, Deborah. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for being here. Thank you. And, you know, the thing is, when you come up here, you know, I love to bring new people up as well as old friends. And so I'm going to try to start doing that. The one thing is, when I do bring people up, I have to see movement and I have to be somewhat familiar with you, you know, where you've come back more than once or twice to my stream. And I know how you know, what you talk about in that, because I also have been porned on my channel where I had to take down the whole stream. And so I'm very, very careful about who I bring up. But I love to have people come up, and I want to start opening it up again like I used to, where I bring people up. It's just that I have to be able to see movement. I have to make sure it's not a video playing and it's a real person. And also, I don't talk politics. I don't talk anything divisive. You know, it's an inspirational, motivational channel that we talk about a lot of different topics, but you know, they can't be any kind of divisive topics, because that's not what my channel is about. My channel, I stay in my lane, which is wisdom and inspiration and motivation. And oh, you're 63, Robin. Oh, you know what, Robin, I do. I run 5 miles a day. But Robin, I had not done aerobics in 8 months because, long story short, Robin, they made us wear masks. And I wouldn't wear a mask doing aerobics. So I did not go back. Hey, War Eagle, welcome, 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 my friend. And I would not do masks. And so I had not done it for 8 months. Well, now we don't have to do masks, plus it's outside. So what basically happened was I went back into a full-blown cardio burn aerobics, which is high impact. Now, remember, I'll be 64. And I hadn't done aerobics in 8 months, even though I do an hour on the elliptical every day, or most days I dance every day, I run every day. And I work out on the machines, but I hadn't done high impact aerobics for about 8 months. So I went back yesterday, and it was done outside. It was a little bit hot. And I have to tell you, it kicked my butt. It kicked my butt. So today I'm taking it easy. And then hopefully, you know, I'll be back at the gym tomorrow, but I have other things I need to do today anyhow. And so I'm going to go out and get my new phone, hopefully. And then I might be on tonight. I say might because I never know, but I might be on tonight, like 9 or 10 o'clock. Welcome, welcome, coffee. Welcome, welcome, coffee and conversation. Let me see here, my friend. And so I never know when I'm going to, you know, I try to come on, you know, I was on every day for, yes. Yeah. I can't do, I can't do coffee and conversation. I can't do it with a mask. I'm very stubborn. And with that, I'm stubborn in a good way. There's bad stubborn and good stubborn. I'm good stubborn. And I just said, no, I'll just wait until we don't have to wear masks again. And so I went back, but it did kick my butt, I have to tell you, because those muscles, I hadn't used those muscles. Hey, Rolling Homestead, we were just talking about you, my friend. And actually, Carla put your link in there. If you scroll up, you'll see your link in there. Carla put your link in there because she was up here earlier, and Julie was up here, a new friend, which you know, Julie is great. And Rolling Homestead is here, everybody, and you will love, love, love Rolling Homestead. One Love is Shy Baby. Welcome, welcome. And so, you know, the thing about it is that I do work out. and I am going to be 64, which is really way up there. I mean, half of my friends are dead. You know, half of them are dead. They died. You know, I mean, my high school year group class, I mean, a large percentage of them are gone or in very bad shape. And I'm out there running my 5 miles, you know, and I'm out there doing aerobics, and I'm out there, you know, I want to be one of those old women that is out there, you know, that I'm out there. And, you know, now I have not been wearing glasses, but today I decided to wear glasses, and I go back and forth with the glasses. It just makes it, you know, I can read everything, you know, without having to bend over, but I don't need glasses now. Thank you, Ralph. Thank you so much for being so supportive. Thank you. KA, I'm doing great. I'm doing great. And thank you, One Love. Thank you so much. And my friend Nona Grace, you will love her channel. She's a grandma channel like me that you will love, love, love. And we have Joey Vlogs here. We have Jose here. We've had some great people in here today. We have Renee W., who's extremely supportive. And you would definitely want to connect with Renee W. And oh, thank you, One Love. Yeah, I feel young. You know, in my mind, I am, my attitude age is an old woman that looks like you're 20. Thank you, War Eagle. You know, my mind is 29. I have a 29-year-old attitude, and I've been stuck at 29 for almost 35 years. And, you know, I just keep my attitude young. You know, I'm very, very young. Absolutely. Coffee and conversation. You are so right. Coffee and conversation. Coffee and conversation. Are you one of? Did you come from Carla's channel? Because you know, it's Carla and Friends. I'm just wondering, because I like your name of your title. I like the name of your channel, Coffee and Conversation. Coffee and Conversation. Would you make sure that you leave me a comment on one of my daily videos, which, like today's video that I put up, so that just, you know, say something on there so that I will make sure I go over and make sure I'm connected to you. Anybody that leaves a comment on my videos, I go back and I connect with at night when I do my comments. I do my comments about 11 o'clock at night. And, oh, okay, Coffee and Conversation. How do we find each other? I love to find out how we find each other. Because you must be in the algorithms related in some way to my channel, because I'm kind of a grandma channel, conversation channel. Oh, you don't have a channel. Okay. I thought maybe you had a channel. But I love the title. I love your title would be great for a channel. Great for a channel. Absolutely great for a channel. And, you know, so getting back to being healthy, you know, I am trying to, you know, just do everything I can to stay fit, stay active, stay healthy, because without doing so, you know, at this age, things can break a lot easier than they did when we were 20. Okay, that's just the reality of it. And so at 60, almost 64, I should still say 63. So at 63 years old, you know, you just don't know, you know, I mean, I see so many friends getting sick and that. So I am basically vegan. I'm not saying for you to become vegan. I'm saying that's what works well for me. Yeah, a couple of people have said that. Yeah, there is a lot of drama, but there's also a lot of good. You know, there's a lot of good. Thank you, One Love. Thank you. You know, I'm primarily a content provider. I'm not a live streamer, although I live stream probably more than most people. You know, I am a content provider. I make content. That was my original purpose. I came up 11 years ago, but only for family and friends. When I came public a year ago, I had 200 subscribers, all of which were family and friends, pretty much except for one. And then I started making my videos geared to the public. Hey, RV DJ. Wonderful to see you, my friend. I haven't seen you forever. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. And so then I came up and I grew. I'm almost at 14K minus a few people. It says 13.9. So I'm right on the cusp of 14,000. Like I said, I would be probably about 40,000 had they not put the brakes on me, because I was at 26. I didn't know it because it said 12.2, and I contacted YouTube and they said, oh yeah, you have 26,000. That was December 5th. And so I should be up around 40, but they put the brakes on me. So I'll be at 14K. I'm very grateful, very, very, very grateful to be at almost 14K. But it's a slow climb now, because I gain at least 100 a day without doing anything, but they take 80 away. So it's like a 20 a day climb, or sometimes 10. It just depends. And thank you. Oh, Cholio, thank you, Lopez Martinez. Thank you, my friend, for being here. Thank you, Robin. Thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate that. I give you what I get daily. So I'm like the medium. My friends in person call me the medium. I'm not a medium, like a medium in the sense of hearing dead people. I hear wisdom. I've heard wisdom since I was 6 years old. I write it down. I have scribble notes from years and years and years ago. My attic has boxes of scribble notes that I have scribbled throughout the years, boxes and boxes of notes. I have had notes for years, a daily inspiration there. And I think I'm going to run out, but I never run out. It's always something new. Like today, yesterday, what did I put yesterday? I talked about sadness. I talked about accelerate your happiness. My stuff is always fresh because it's inspired from, I always say it's inspired from God. And so I give you what I get, and I come on and I make a video about it. I don't give advice. I don't give suggestions. I just share with you what I've got and what came to me. And so my friends do call me the medium. They say you're like the medium, but you hear wisdom instead of dead people, and so I really do. That is really my gift, but we all have a gift. Remember, you have a gift. Your gift may be cooking. Your gift may be being a great listener. Your gift may be a painter. Your gift may be a writer. We all have our gift. I don't try to be someone else's gift. Thank you so much, Deborah. You are so welcome. Deborah, I'm going to probably go pretty soon because I got to go to the phone store, and I'm going to take that flip phone, my other phone. I have 2 phones. I'm going to take the flip phone and get that replaced with a regular, phone that does everything, because I don't really use it, but I think I'll start using it to, have 2 phones. And thank you, Deborah, for coming. Thank you so very, very, very much. And so, take care of your health, because without your health, you're not going to have a lot. You're not going to be able to enjoy things. And so you want to take care of your body. I take care of my body. Hey, Put King, welcome, my friend, welcome. Give you a blue wrench there before I go. And so I do take care of my body. I do, I am vegan. I drink water, I juice, I exercise. But one of the biggest things that I do now is sleep. Now, someone made a comment. Welcome, Reha. Welcome. Thank you for being here, my friend. Thank you, Reha. There you go. I gave you a blue wrench. One of the things I do is I sleep, because sleep is healing. And it nurtures us. And so I do get a lot of sleep, and I make sure of it. It's so important to get a lot of sleep. And so I'm sleeping more. I'd rather exercise less and sleep more. Now, I know some people say, you should get less sleep. No, sleep is very healing. And so I make sure that I get a great night's sleep and take care of my body. I take care of me. I take care of my relationships. I did a video called Create a no critical zone in your life, a no critical environment. When people come in my house, you can't criticize. You can correct, but you have to ask for permission if you want to correct. So, for example, correction is because you have the person's best interest at heart. Criticism is when you don't have the best interest of someone else at heart. And fake correction is when you don't have the best interest of someone at heart, but you're pretending to. So, I correct. I let people correct me, the right people, because not all people are skilled to correct me. And I have to make sure it's coming from a good place and that they're informed. Now, I don't necessarily always go according to what people correct, because sometimes they're not right, but they mean well. So I'll listen. And sometimes we can learn a lot through correction. The best way to success is through a mentor. If you have a mentor in the area you want to succeed, that's the super highway to success, is through a great mentor. I'm a great mentor to many, and I've had many great mentors, and I continue to have great mentors because we grow and we can avoid a lot of problems when we have a great mentor or great mentors. And remember, one mentor may mentor you in one area and another mentor may mentor you in another area. So you've got to find which areas you need mentoring in. Well, I am going to get off of here, my friends. Thank you all for coming. I may or may not be on tonight, so kind of keep your eye open for me. And Dory, I know you've got a birthday coming up, my friend. I know you do next week, right? Next week, it's not today. I hope it's not today. I think it's next week, right, Dory? And then we will, thank you, Riha, thank you. And so I'm going to go. I may be on tonight. Thank you. We'll see, but I'm going to go out and get that other phone, and then I'm going to come back and probably make a healthy dinner. And then that is it. Mother's Day. Oh, okay. Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day and happy birthday. And mothers are so special. I need to talk more about mothers. I did one video for my family. It's like 10 years old. Look it up. Mothers, mothers, mothers. I think it's called Mothers, 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 something like that. And if you want to see what I looked like 10, 11 years ago for family and friends, go look up Harper Valley PTA Diana Brianne style. And that was a video I did for my family and friends, and that was like 11 years ago. So, well. Thank you so much, Nona Grace. Thank you for being here, Nona Grace. I am so glad you were here and caught it live, Nona Grace. And Nona, if you want to come up with me live stream one day, I would love to have you come up here with me live stream. That would be amazing and wonderful. And just, talk. I don't know if you were on when Julie was on, because Julie, that was her first time ever being on a YouTube live stream. And just come on up. I know you know how to do them, so it's no big deal. But you're very, very welcome. Just have to let me know, okay? And thank you, Steffi Love. Thank you, my friend, for being here, and Dory and Carla and Rolling and One Love and Riha and Renee and Coffee and Conversation and everyone else that's been here. So make sure you click your notification bell, re-click it even if you clicked it before, so that you'll get my notifications. And if I come on, it'll be 9, 10 o'clock-ish. Sometimes the other night I came on like 10:15. So that was really late for me. But I came on. I was on till like after midnight. I was so tired. So love you all much. May God bless you. And I'm headed on out for a while. And so thank you. And I wish you a great day, and stay inspired. Stay living your best life at every age and at every stage. So from my house, from Grandma's house to your house, may God bless you. And I hope to talk to you soon again. Bye-bye.